All right, Ed. Someone has put out an all points bulletin on you. I just want to play it for you real quick.
So I go to this place, and there was a bit of a smell. There was a bit of a smell like smoke, and like they had a lot of dogs, so it was like wet dog and smoke, which was fine. I was like, when they go, because they smoked indoors, when they leave, I'm sure it'll be fine. So I move into the place, and 2 weeks in, I realise I've made the worst decision of my entire life.
No.
So I'm looking for Ed Sheeran, if you've seen him. He hasn't returned my calls in months.
We see each other all the time. He's lying to you.
Anyway, that's how he pretty much started the interview last time.
Yeah, I think it's kind of become this thing that, is obviously quite interesting to people. But what I said to him was, you're going to be on tour for like 10 years. Find a place, do it up over 10 years, and that'll be your forever home. So that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm sure in 10 years he'll be like, I still hate it, give me my money, but we'll see.
You're a good friend, though. You're looking out for him, giving him good advice. And so I watched the documentary, Congratulations.
Thank you.
Was such a beautiful...
Thank you.
I think it really, seriously, one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. And we learned so much about you, Ed, that I never knew. I've known you for a long time. So thank you for being so bare.
Thank you. It was weird. I sort of was making this documentary thinking it would be like backstage at gigs and promoting the album and shooting music videos. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, God, that was actually a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's really powerful.
They edited out really heavy bits, though. There were heavier bits than that. But it just felt a bit... I was like, there probably needs to be some light and shade here,
Okay, yeah. Well, there's plenty. Look, I laughed. I cried. I loved. I learned. It's like every emotion. So that's why I think it's just perfect. And then it's the 4 parts.
Yeah, thanks. Well, it wasn't. I don't know. I think originally it was meant to be like an hour-long thing, but I think it was quite good that it was 4 bite-sized bits.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like if you sat down for 2 hours and watched a 2-hour documentary, it'd be like, oh, God, this is...
No, I loved the bits. And I never knew that Bad Habits was about sleep training your babies.
Well, that and other things.
Yes.
Yeah, it's, but yeah. One of the original inspirations was, sleep training.
Yeah. I love to watch you craft your songs.
Thank you.
Live like that and see the pub.
And we haven't seen the pub until now, right? Is that...
Yeah.
Let's look inside the pub.
Yeah. I know people are very interested in it, but also like it's my house, so I don't want to have cameras in there. But yeah, I just was like, if I'm going to do a documentary, I'm at least going to allude to the fact that there's the pub.
Yeah.
It was just enough without giving it all away, because I'm sure everything means something very meaningful on the walls, because it looked like there was a lot of...
There's a lot of unmeaningful stuff too, Like,
as a pub should be.
There's a painting on the wall that just is a giant painting of the C word that they had to blur out. But yeah. It's quite funny. You walk in there and you're like, oh,
I would
that's
like
offensive.
that painting. I was recently in Italy with my son, and he's 21. And our tour guide driver took us to Andrea Bocelli's Tuscany. The gate. I said, I just want to see it because you with Andrea, who's at the Bowl tomorrow, I'm going to be there.
Wow.
Singing Perfect is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, me too, by the way. That was one of the highlights of my career. I would love to do a like record with him where I've learned Italian now. It was actually after meeting him, I was like, I've got to learn Italian.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna sing in Italian, I've got to learn Italian. But I'd love to do a record with him that's a real curveball.
Yeah. He said the same. I was reading a bunch of interviews about that song. And I love that you say in your documentary, you speak things into existence. On our show, that's what we've always said. We believe you say it, it happens.
Yeah.
And
well, you can't just say it and then just like hope for the best.
Is it not that simple?
Well, I think you say it and then you continue working at the pace you're working, and eventually it'll happen. But all the things like even working with Eminem, for instance. I remember I did an album with Rick Rubin, and he just made songs for Eminem, and we were on. He was doing Saturday Night Live with him. And he was like, do you want to meet Eminem? And I was like, not really, because I want to meet him when he wants to meet me. And
that's a baller answer, by the way.
But in my mind, I was like, that will happen one day if I just keep doing this. And then the day happened, and I was so glad that I didn't just get a picture with him and then that was that. I'm so glad that we met on a music level.
It came at the right time.
Totally.
Things happen when they're supposed to, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Don't rush anything.
Yeah, that's great advice. How was Idol last night?
Yeah, great. First time I've ever sat in a judge's chair.
Did you like it? Would you like?
No, because I couldn't send people home. I could never do that because I as a kid would have been one of the people that was sent home.
Oh.
And
you don't want to do that.
Well, no, because it would have really knocked my confidence. And I feel like what I love about going to do the shows and being, mentor or whatever, is you're just going in there and giving advice. There's no brutality. It's just if you could improve in this area, but also it's really good in this area and it's really talented. And also reminding kids that winning doesn't matter because there's so many people, some of the biggest artists in America and in the world today came off talent shows and they didn't win. They came top 10, top 3, top 5. So it's just all about having the platform and doing it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But yeah, I don't know if I could ever be, never say never.
Yeah.
Because I might get to a point in my career where I'm like, I want to do it now and I'll be mean. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Your encouragement means so much. Years ago, my goddaughter was here. You were here. I think it was 2016.
Yeah.
And she brought one of your guitars. You signed it. You said, practice every day, never stop playing. And she just signed a deal with Warner Brothers.
Come on. That's what it's all about.
That's exactly what it's all about. And she said, I want to be there, Ellen. I don't want to be, she's my goddaughter, so she's around a lot. She goes, I would never ask, but I have to meet him. I just want to meet him. I just want him to sign my guitar. And she did exactly what you said. She played every day, every day, every day. And now she's writing songs. She's got her deal with Warner.
I love that.
She's doing a showcase tonight at the El Cid.
What's going to happen is she's going to become successful and then do the same to another kid and just pay it forward. Because for me, it was Damien Rice. So I went to go and see him in concert, talk to him afterwards, and then I was like, I can do this. Yeah. I can really do this. And it's just about always paying it forward.
Yeah, well, you did so much for her. Thank you for that.
That's great news, though.
Yeah.
So where's the show tonight?
It's at the El Cid. So her name's Edie, Brianna. She's she's doing a showcase. It's like her third showcase. So Amazing. She keeps on growing. And Brilliant. A lot of that it's you. I also love the splatter paint. And we can't find a place to do that here in LA where you put on the hazmat suit and then you make these creations. So Ed and Cherry made these beautiful paintings. Did you really take hers and frame it?
Yeah. We've got them hung up in the room I said we were going to hang them up in.
Yours looked like a Pollock.
Yeah.
It was really good.
They, I call it Jackson Bollock, but... Can you say that on radio?
Yeah, here you
go. Yeah, cool.
I think it means something different here than it does.
Mate, I saw this amazing video in so there's a slang for masturbating in England called wanking.
Yeah, sure.
And there's a video of this English guy on Zoom or chat roulette to these American kids, and they're like, teach us some British slang, and he's like, well, wanking means going for a run. And they're like, oh my God, I went for such a long wank yesterday. I was wanking so hard up this mountain. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
So a wanker is a
masturbator.
Masturbator.
Right. It's like if you watch Ted Lasso, that's why they're always screaming, wanker,
yeah, but
wanker.
I didn't know it was that dirty.
Yeah.
But we find that so weird because that would be edited out on British TV. And so you're watching this Ted Lasso thing and you're like, I don't know if they know. Obviously they do, but it's great.
No,
so good.
I've said it to people because I didn't know it was such a bad, I didn't know it was literally.
It's not bad. It's like calling someone a prick or something like that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Let's talk about your
That
shows.
whole section is going to get edited out, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, or bleeped.
Bleep, yeah.
We like to bleep.
Your show's coming up in September. You're at the Shrine and then SoFi. Two very different rooms.
Yeah.
What do you prefer?
Well, both. I think that's the point. I think life is about variety. I don't just want to eat a cheeseburger every day. I want to be able to do something else. So I love playing stadiums and I love playing theatres, and I want to do both. I want to play the new record in a theatre and connect with people like that, and then the next day I want to play to however many tens of thousands of people and connect on a bigger level. I think it's just all about having the balance of both. Too much of one thing's dangerous.
I like that you'll play anywhere, in a boat, on a bus, in a car, on a train.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
it's so.
I love
good.
it, but I don't see this as well. The part of my job that I see as work is traveling and promotion, but being on stage and writing songs, that's not work. I would do that
now, being here on the LNK Morning Show.
Well, yeah, because I'm promoting the music. Yeah, if I'm being totally honest, if there's a choice of being in a recording studio and promoting, I'd obviously rather create stuff, but you have to for my songs to connect at shows, you have to promote them and people hear them. So I totally get it. It's not that I don't enjoy it, but I'm just saying, I enjoy my work. You enjoy your work, but I see it as
still work. We come to a studio, we come to an office, we
totally,
do our work, even if we love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the difference, I guess, it's kind of backwards because we would rather talk to you than play your music on the radio. You know what I mean? We love playing your music.
No,
but
I totally get that.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
you'd rather have the human connection.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yes.
yes, always the human connection. And then the music is just like the frosting.
See?
Totally.
That's
Yeah.
how it all works.
Yeah. So, have you ever been to the Long Hall or Burdock's Fish and Chips in Dublin?
I've had fish and chips in Dublin, but no, I haven't. I'm sure there are a few fish and chip shops in Dublin.
Last time we were talking about pubs, and I had my first Guinness
feel
not
like-
in Dublin.
I
But
feel like that's me saying, have you been to this taco van in Los Angeles?
I just wanted to say they were very good, and I didn't know if that was one of the ones that you had
No, do you know?
recommended.
So my rule with fish and chips is if you can't see the sea, don't eat them.
Okay.
So
Oh,
don't go
that's
to London and think you're going to get great fish and chips. Go to the
Okay.
seaside.
Yeah, I once
Yeah.
went to Nobu in London, and I ordered so much sushi, and I was so sick. And even though it's like Nobu, you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not going to get sick at Nobu. I was literally in the bathroom all night long.
You'll find. I mean, London has great restaurants,
Yeah.
but in terms of like this is the thing. If I just came to America and I was like New York's America, everyone would be like, "There's so many more places in America to
Sure.
visit." There's if you go to Manchester or Birmingham or Cardiff or Plymouth,
Mm-hmm.
like you'll always find great cuisine round England. London is just the hub of everything.
yeah.
But yeah, around England it's like you're going to find the best barbecue in Texas, you know? You're going to find the best curry in Birmingham or
You
Manchester.
turned
Actually,
me
I'm
on to
gonna,
Nando's. That was great.
Nando's is good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nando's. I don't know why Nando's in America doesn't taste the same as Nando's in England.
Right. And
It's weird.
Yeah, that's just, some things just don't translate.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Jamal quickly. And this is in the last episode, which was obviously I just finished it last night, and I'm in bed, and it connects with so many people. I lost my best friend at 17 suddenly, and I couldn't get over the grief, but also felt good grieving.
Yeah. I think that grief is something that it's such like new territory when it happens for the first time that you sort of think that because other people look like they're moving on with their lives that you kind of have to do that. And I kind of just came to this realization of like, I'm just going to be sad when I want to be sad, and I'm going to let my life live around it. And, you know, think of it like a book on a bookshelf. There's loads of other books around the book, but that book is still there and important. So, yeah, I think it's, grief is, everyone goes through it. So, and
It comes in waves. It comes unexpectedly.
yeah.
And
I think that's nice
Yeah.
because you're respecting the memory of the person by still allowing yourself to feel something. If you just bury it down and forget about it, I don't know.
I think the memory is everything because then they're alive with you. My dad we lost my mom, and he said, I never want to get over her. I won't, and I never want
And
to.
you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like this is the thing. Like that this whole like you have like a set 2-week period where you're allowed to be sad, and then after that you kind of have to get back to normal life. Like that's unrealistic. You know.
We have so many blessings in your life also.
Totally.
Babies and Cherry. I loved hearing about your dates. So the sum of it all, Disney Plus. We've got the albums. We got the tour. Ed, you're like, you're doing everything. You're doing it all and doing it so well.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.